Hey folks, it's another game of the night on EA Sports. Roy Cruz and Son of Beast here. Another matchup is where it takes, back to Pacific. And now the moment is on its way. The Sharks are facing against Los Angeles, as the Kings are the ones to be the only team in Los Angeles for its Battle of Pacific. This time it doesn't get anything that's much better, but only one that shows things off twice. And now the starting goaltenders is Yegor Askarov, and for the Kings we have is Darcy Kuemper. Let's take a look and see what the X factors are for the starting players on San Jose Sharks. We start things here as for San Jose, finds with the biggest on the ones, Macklin Celebrini with the elite edges with the quick release. Along with that, Dmitry Orlov has the hipster with the warrior. Then William Eklund, the elite edges with the tape-to-tape zones. Will Smith, the part of a team that we are watching on, is the tape-to-tape zones with the powerful passes. Tyler Toffoli with the quick release and big tipper. Alexander Wemberg with the only tape-to-tape zones. Then across is Kiefer Sherwood from the Vancouver Canucks with the spark plug. Then it's Mario Ferraro, a warrior, makes a pain-resistant performance and resilience. And then it's Jeff Skinner from the Edmonton Oilers with the elite edges to sharp nipple turns. Then it's Nick Leddy from the Boston Bruins, only makes elite edges and the Sunday pass. Then it's Philip Kurashev from the Chicago Blackhawks with only the tape-to-tape zones. And finally, it's Barclay Goodrow with the big rig on domination puck protection. Now let's go over to the Los Angeles Kings. Starting player we have is Adrian Kempe. Wheels but only makes quick release and quick pick. Then Anze Kopitar, the captain from the Kings. His final year may be the end until after the final season will be his night to be the Hall of Fame legend with unstoppable quick draw and quick pick. Then Drew Doughty makes a second win with only the quick pick and the warrior. Kevin Fiala with the wheels and the quick release shot, just same thing with the Doughty. And Quentin Byfield with the ankle breaker and a big rig. Brennett Clark, only the wheels and center pass. Then it's Trevor Moore with only the big rig and the puck protection. Then it's Andrei Kuzmenko with only the quick release on his timing is deceptively at a quick shot. And finally is Corey Perry with big rig and big tipper. With that being said, no Artemi Panarin as there aren't any update changes yet for the Los Angeles Kings for tonight's game. Now let's get into a hustle and see what gets on in the West Coast. Standing by from Los Angeles, it's Mike Slakowski. He's also along with App and the full commentary of the crew. Give a warm welcome to Me-Phone 11. Now let's see what happens with the Pacific matchup between the Range, Sharks, Kings. Coming up next on EA Sports. See you later for the intermission and the postgame show. The big nights here in Los Angeles. Hi everyone, I am Mike Laskowski and I'm here with App and the Bird, Me-Phone 11. The big night's on at Crypto.com Arena and we're ready for the puck drop. Puck is ready and we are underway here in Los Angeles. All fueled and ready to go. Starting goaltenders ready to range using Askarov, and the starting goaltender for the Los Angeles Kings is Darcy Kuemper. Starting off will be Corey Perry, and a big rebound by the Sharks. This one swings and misses, and a rebound by the Sharks. Celebrini finding Smith, and a stop made by Kuemper. Macklin Celebrini finds Smith. Huge save, Anderson. Tries watching for ground. Another save by Darcy Kuemper. Huge stop by Los Angeles as that one carries that one out. You know, I've really been watching this one for the whole time, and I'm noticing that one thing happens to the one possession with Darcy Kuemper that makes it hugest on saving, and it doesn't really matter how that one goes. That one is almost going to be unlucky for the Darcy Kemper, and that really makes the hugest save plays. Nothing to give how they're really up to the challenge. That is where a good start hits. Here's Anderson, a fire shot, misses wide, and that's off the wall, and rebounded up by Ante Kopitar. A give again to Anderson. Anderson now finds it over to Drew Doughty. Doughty finding the Kemp again to Anderson. Looks to Kempe. Kempe. Chance in middle, set by Askarov. And that'll be his first save to start off for the Kings and the Sharks for the first face-off puck drop. We watched this one here, and you're watching on Darcy Kemper. That's what happens with the first period. You really have to just try to keep that remaining tight. And then it turns it over the other way. With Adrian Kempe, that one glove snatches by Askarov, and that would really just take that one with the hugest spill, and it doesn't really matter how you really try to protect it. That's what the first goal is given denying by the goaltenders. That's where it happens when you start. As the win by Edmonton now has it in court. Out to Fogel. Fogel lost it, and it's now Tyler Toffoli the other way for the San Jose Sharks. They're on the attack. The big break is taken away by the King. Quinn Byfield. 2-on-1 opportunity. A stop by Askarov, and it's rebounded by Dmitry Orlov. Pointing over to Foley. That one is really a hugest save, and it wasn't able to give that one a hugest chance plays enough. That was really a denying special utilizing teams that may have been happening to be anybody, but don't be mind, that really made a hugest save on the other end. Edmondson, he should stop by Askarov. 15:46 remaining the first period, as they'll be able to get ready for another face-off puck drop. We go over here on this side as Kevin Fiala has only one to take things in. And as for Armia, he's now been transferred from Montreal Hawks. After Philip Deneau leaves with the team. Well, I might say sometimes, what happens when you don't really think about Los Angeles Kings, because now that Philip Deneau's with another new team, you won't expect how this one would really change. That really is a huge, hard slap shot. You really have to be out there. For some one big kickable driving, I was watching on it. It was really what Gibbons, and it doesn't really have the nicest chance effort. That one really does matter. What happens to Joel Armia, you might have to choose it. The bigger range for the Kings to face against the Canadian team. Armia behind Ceci, now finding off to Demole. Here's Ceci. Cut motion, back behind there, kicked off by Askarov. And rebounded up by Orlov to find it over to Mesa. San Jose with a new change and a huge blocking effort by Darcy Kemper. Cody Ceci to Kevin Fiala. Had that deep range. Ward spins it around. In chance motion. Off the defender. No penalty given by San Jose. And it's now Orlov now finding it over to Cadet. He'll now find it again. Now in the other way for Grab. Grab shots and are stopped by Darcy Kemper. Kicks that one aside. Good day. Now Ceci will have it over. They changed in the offense. Now it's Los Angeles. They have their range in. New group change. Mullet. In middle to Hellenius. And that is Sharnius again to Graf. Graf along the boards. And rebounded by Drew Doughty. Quinn Byfield. A sling pass to Virgin. Taken away. Rebounded by Quentin Byfield. Up and around the net. Anderson. Los Angeles moves around it again for the Kings. Drew Doughty has it now to Anderson. Anderson has the Doughty. Doughty now has it over to Quentin Byfield. Byfield. Right around. Weaves the zone and lost the puck control, and a stop by Askarov with 11:26 remaining. What you said about Askarov, that is what happens with this one. Weaves it in the zone, and you see a big save happening by Askarov. That one is really what you just save that's really kept off of coming out. That really makes a friend analyze. He really had that one sucking up. And now by turning attention over to Meeple 11, he'll have some things for Ante Kopitar. Thank you guys. As for Ante Kopitar, for the captain for the LA Kings, he was really with one of his best takes in. From the owner from Will Ferrell, the actor from the movies, we've seen how Askarov was watching him. Ante Kopitar is one of the biggest captains to give the feelings for since 2014. And we get the first goal. We'll have to hold it from here. Mike, it's Warren Fragile. That's the first goal of the game. Stop that one coming there. Thanks, Mifa. Now look what happens to Warren Fragile. That one really has made that one swift. And that one happens to the screen. This denying effort is right into the range for Warren Fragile. And watch what happens with this quick release. That one is dipped in. And that really is the first goal for Los Angeles. That's the first goal for Warren Fragile. That beats it right by Askarov. Los Angeles starts out with the first lead of the night. 1-0 lead over San Jose. Now back to you, Mifa 11. About Anze Kopitar. Thank you. And now back to Anze Kopitar. Will be spot on for his night. The captain may be the finish to be the job done. But his final year might be the change. The same thing with Alex Ovechkin the other way. Now for Kopitar, he will have to try to figure this out to try to lead things from behind. It may not be the finishing timing, but his own right might be the chance for Anze to have his own release. Tape to tape is a quick in for fruition to watch things in. I'll be keeping an eye on Anze Kopitar to have his quick snapshot. The slapper, the better, the taker. Guys, back to you. Thanks, Mifa 11. And now back to Ancient Kempe. What a blocking shot that happens with. And I know they really are not spotting that on with the hugest change off. And they've really been keeping it out. That is really what they're expecting to. Clark, behind the back, stopped by Askarov! And you're able to have that one carry it out, and we'll cover the puck with under 9 minutes past the midway mark. Now over to San Jose Sharks, Macklin Celebrini. Mifa 11, all yours. Thank you. As now Macklin Celebrini the other way for the Sharks. There is no confiding to have that one admitted. What really makes it in range is just harder to do for, and it doesn't really stand a chance. What's for Macklin Celebrini, the timing was in rebounding to have that pressure. This big zone made it to the friendly take, but it doesn't get better. Now they are starting it off. That's what happens with Macklin Celebrini to Darren Messel. Canadian player. Just better to be not be seeing an eye on this one for Macklin Celebrini. Just takedowns on his set. This might be unnecessary for the Kings, but for Macklin Celebrini, it's a quick cut for him. Guys, over to you. After a face-off puck drop, it'll be Quinn Byfield with the winning fire skills. Los Angeles wins the face-off after now Dowdy. Forgel shot, hit the pipe. And Byfield would have had a rebound back. Now Aspenchuk again to Dickinson, again to Gaudreau. You see, I was watching this one. This is the rebound I was really not seeing things. That's really a hardest way to try to keep things up around. Nothing it stays out perfect. Now here's Moore. Moore can't able to hang on, and it's now Cadet. Gudu. Now finding to Aspenchuk. Behind the back. Given away by Quentin Byfield. Deep the zone, around the net, no icing, as it's rebounded by Warren Forgel. Behind the cage. He'll have it to Moore. And giving it over to Quentin Byfield, that was given away. The biggest rebound by the Sharks, and taken away by Cody Ceci. Couple new line changes for Los Angeles. Dumoulin. No smacking down here, and no penalty is given by San Jose. Well, that's really what they are just spurting it on for. Kings would have had to answer this one, and there is nobody to have that penalty given out for San Jose. They're not showing some right responses. Big stop here. Dumoulin with a rebound. Kopitar fires that one with 101, and it's blocked up by the Sharks defender as Dickinson takes out. Toward the wing. Moves around in the net and saved by Kemper. 4:24 remaining in the first period. And he'll be able to have another puck drop ready. Still a lot of time left in the period. 5:46 over 43 seconds for Los Angeles. Play continues as San Jose wins the faceoff. Off the net, Kemper will give it to Edmondson. Pass under 5 minutes remaining in the first period. Here comes Perry the other way. Perry, shot stopped again by Askarov. Brian Clark will have some new line group change. And Jose Kopitar finding to Edmondson. Here's the wheel, fast break in zone. Fiala's shot off the goalpost and rebounded up by Edmondson. Clark, Edmondson fires it across, kicked out, and rebounded up by the Sharks. Grab now has it to Orlov. Orlov on a fast break. Clark giving that one away. And now back to Edmondson. 3-on-3. Off to Kuzmenko and Tyler Toffoli. Carry that one out. Stays with the rebound. He'll have it over. Fiala, he scores! Big tip and range. And that is off the Kopitar. Fiala, the first goal.
That's what I was watching this one on. Kevin Fiala was really right into the lane. That is a trickness. Watch what happens with Kopitar. That is the pass by Fiala, and that's right around the back. You can see what happens to Kopitar. That one is right over to the range, and this quick release is just passed right in toward Askarov. That's where that first save really been like hipping it out, and it's just really what they're expecting it for. Quick release is right around the back to blind a goaltender. With no goaltender interference, it remains a 2-0 lead for Los Angeles. You know, big games is not always the place to be, but you really have to watch things on literally the harder way, and you really have to be out there. The moment in your life really might start on.
Here's Tyler Toffoli. As now Anderson is given away, here comes Doughty. Los Angeles is now given to Hellenius again to Mullet. Kings back in the Sharks territory. He tries to look for Drew Doughty. New switch off here and now finds Anderson. Hellenius shoots. He scores! And another goal for the Kings. That time is 5 in the season. Hellenius with the first goal of the game.
There's 3 in the first period. Hellenius, no choice, but that pass is right behind Askarov. Check what happened in this play. That what happens with the goaltender by Kevin Fiala. That one is raced, and that beats over by Askarov. Doesn't really see that one going? No. That happens with Hellenius, and that first goal is just beats right over by the goaltender. That one was near and miss, and that heartbeat range was the first goal for Hellenius. He's got 5 in the game, and he's really working his way. He's trying to look for his second goal to have it all even.
Orgel down to the final minute of the first period. Have that one fired around the net. Moore has to look again and now finds Anderson. A pass over down to Drew Doughty to get to Anderson. Orgel shoots and a pad stopped by Askarov. 40 seconds remaining in the first period as he'll be able to have a next time jump break. Still a lot of time to regain the group. 3-0, Los Angeles in 5-3. Now the win by the Sharks. Mario Ferraro is now receiving the away for the Sharks. Reset doesn't have the right choice. Anderson has to have it for
17:34 in the first period.
Goes right to Anderson. 5 seconds remaining. Doughty. Time running down. So now shot stopped by Askarov. And we hit the end
that's
of
going to end the first period. Here's the LA Kings 3 and the San Jose Sharks 0 for the first intermission.
Second period is underway next after the intermission. Stay tuned for the second. Hey everybody, welcome to the first intermission, as this is where that starts for Los Angeles Kings as we have a look at the statistics on the box trackers and some action tracker. Nothing was really given an open look here for the Sharks, but the Kings really got shooken it all with 3 goals to start things around. And with after the first one, that must have been on Warren Fergel, the first goal, and then it was Kevin Fiala, and then just after that, it was Hellenius with the all first combination, first goal of the game in the first period. And with the first statistics, 15/8 total shots on goal for Los Angeles, 7/5 for the hits on Los Angeles, with only 7/11/54. And it was 80% passing effectiveness for Los Angeles Kings, and they had 8/3 faceoff wins for San Jose. Let's start off with you, Center Beast, about the Los Angeles Kings. They got a great start. Yeah, they did. I mean, they totally did have a great start. The Kings really may have that one with the hugest opportunity takes. They were really watching this go back and forth. I mean, no matter what happened when you're really changing it off, but that really was a big snacker run that they really have been like keeping it going and going. I don't know where is this going to happen, but whenever you take in, the harder choice you make is the harder percentage that you really have a lot of goal to make. Nothing I see things going for the Sharks, but the Kings, they started out 3. They have a quick release, and they're really over the lead to go behind from the Sharks. And they're trying to like get into the wild card position to push their way in to keep things from going. We'll see how they can handle it. Now over to you, Roy, for San Jose. San Jose really just had a great defensive effort, but it looks like that the offensive zone is not working properly. First period was really kind of close, and what happened to Macklin Celebrini? There was a lot of denying effort by Darcy Kuemper. I'm not kidding with that, but they really made that starting to go with the mess. This can't never go too far. No matter where it goes, you really have just got to keep things out. Whatever it takes, you really have to like keep moving in to get that one range out of the way. That really was a hard smackdown for the Kings. With the first intermission done, we send you back to Los Angeles. Mike Slakowski is ready for us for the second period. And we'll see you all later after the second period for the second intermission. See you later, everyone. Welcome back, folks, as we're ready to get started for the second period at Crypto.com Arena. Both players are ready to get things off and back on ice. The second period begins now. Ab, what do you see about this for the first period? And this is where that really makes it a hugest battle. A start off before the end of the first period. Well, I've been liking it to see how this one is really changing it. And what the most predictable of anything, I was really sure that this really have made a great start. For the teams and spotting on for the Kings, they really started off really great. And after with a hugest save, that must have been happened with only the Kings. Darcy Kuemper was amazing to have a hugest save, starting off with some hugest ones. I was really been watching on this one so wild. And I bet that this would never just get in the way with anybody. This is why I really have to go with that Drew Downey and with Kuemper, he just got a huge save right on the start for the Los Angeles. That's why I was really watching it on. That is really amazing. Shots blocked, and there's another save here by Darcy Kuemper. It goes back the other way. Corey Perry now finds Kempe. Kempe shot. He hits the pipe. Now there's another one for Celebrini. He now finds it to Williamaker. Shots blocked. And it's now Kopitar with the rebound. On the net. Out. But then, this shot. That's another stop made by Darcy Kuemper. Edmondson finding the Clark. Here's another one to Adrian Kempe. Kempe now finds it over to Trevor Moore. Moore in the middle. Edmondson to give to Clark. The Kings keep working around. Moore goes now, sends again to Kempe. Kempe. Edmondson. He shoots another stop by Askarov. Askarov will hold the deal with under 17 minutes in the second period. One thing we always forgot to mention is for one of the best rival games that happened with only one, and that happens with the Kings and the Sharks that they only did just a couple of seasons ago. Well, just spot on this one here. When you say about LA Kings, they don't seem to like do anything that's really out of the way. But the most best stuff in play in actions, it was really like how kind of hard it we're going to get to. When I mentioned it before about the Sharks, they won in OT. They beat against the Los Angeles Kings because they really did it the last time. And they were not really sure how they were going to try to keep winning it again. They were pretty skeptical on this one. But there's no way that they're really trying to mess it up with them. What happens with that, the best range, is what happened when they were giving it off. The Kings really have tried to keep that out there at the widest range of the game.
There's no way of standing in to lose or to win in the right range. You just have to make sure you're really up to it. The challenge is simple.
More shots. Stop by Askarov.
15:09 remaining in the second period. Now they're ready to get the direct puck drop right in the Sharks territory, and they'll be able to have another puck drop incoming.
Now to win here for the San Jose Sharks is Timothy Lundgren will have it.
In wing. And back to Anderson. And Drew Doughty will now have it again to Kuzminko. Kings go over and a battle along the boards. Rebound by the Kings. And it's now carried by Kevin Fiala. Joel Armia misses on the hit. Anderson. Anderson looks over to Kuzminko. One time Armia shot and another blocker saved by Askarov. Armia. He goes step sideways and it's now Lundgren again to miss it. Eagle dumped that one out. This time there will be the Los Angeles Kings the other way. Finding over to Anderson. Anderson has it to Ward. Ward shot stopped by Askarov. 13:18 remaining in the second period. They're still trying to keep that one coming back down. Check out the status between Kemper and Askarov. Kemper made us a great save, and he really had started to have that one started up his life. Moment of routine that really happened with Kemper. He really just kept on from starting his competition was making it really easy. I mean, there's no way to have the right choice, but when you're doing this on your own, you really are playing as Darcy Kemper. You just make that save a huge as hard making efforts to have that one loosening up and coming by right here. I mean, that's no way when you really just try to imagine it yourself. You just really have the right choice to be here. Don't know how that's going to take? Well, you just need a lot of timing to get that one regaining grip. They need to do some really quick steps here for the Sharks. They can't lose that again. Edmondson, he just lost that puck and he just goes out into the Kings territory. Now here's Edmondson, finding the Clark. Deep zone to Hellenius. Hellenius to Ward. Ward pass to Edmondson. Edmondson finding the clear to Clark. Go for deflection, stopped by Askarov. And Askarov will save it again with only 11:42 in the second period. Still giving a lot of extra feeds here between Celebrini and Kopitar, and the face-off is ready. Anze Kopitar wins the face-off, finding CC. CC Kempe. He shoots, another save by Askarov. And now Dickinson. Again to Celebrini. Celebrini on a fast rush. Behind the back of the cage. The pass is given away by Cody Ceci. Anze Kopitar to find Ceci again, now finding to Kempe. Kempe around the net. Kopitar on the wing. Finding Ceci. Give to Demolin. Demolin shoots. Another stop by Askarov. 10:36 remain in the second period. They'll start likely to give another puck drop ready in the Sharks territory. Back-to-back wins for Anze Kopitar. And here's Cody Ceci. Kempe. He shoots. Off the glove. And goes right toward the corner. Tries to get over to Alexander Weinberg. He now has it over to Regenda. Weinberg shot that is right near the net. And a rebound is carried away. And CC has now have the deep pass to Kempe. But really was almost that kind of close that Anze Kopitar would have the nicest, hugest winning faceoff. This motion draw is really like keeping it a great use. Tying is simple when you really are doing this. When nothing is really just trying to give it a matter. A fact of it is really like keeping it outward in front. I wasn't really sure how they were really like making their way through. The Kings really just started to look for something. They just really gotta start going their offense zone. This attacker has to make sure he's really like the ire to take. Gotta give that one a good effort on the credit if you're gonna keep the energizing going. Big break, chance for more. That one is given away by Tyler Toffoli. Here's Toffoli. In wing finding Regenda. Shot stopped by Kemper. And this time he'll take the save with only 8:09 remaining.
A lot of time left to remain. Kings looking for an extension, and Sharks trail by 3. Shot, redirection is off of Kemper, and it's now for Joe. Pass to Clark. He'll now find Edmondson. Edmondson stays alive. Byfield shoots, stopped by Askarov. Chernishaw finding the miss-up. 3-on-2 opportunity attack. That's off the wall, and rebound by Klingberg. Klingberg to Chernishaw, and a shot's blocked. Rebound by Brant Clark, and back to Edmondson. He beats his own to Byfield. Over to Moore, and then given back to Klingberg. Under 7 minutes in the second. Dmitry Orlov trying to dip behind the back, and Chernyshov's shots is denied by Cooper. 6:40 remaining, the second period. 3-0 to score, Los Angeles. Check out the passing effectiveness between 84 and 82. Kings starting to fall down a little bit, but a bit short enough. He really has got to try to keep making the way through. Got to make sure you have the eye range to this percentage. Yeah, you really got to keep eyeing it that way. They really did not have the right choice to be out there. But I'm really sure that this is really what they are expecting to do for. I would have to say that this needs a helping percentage offense. They have to make sure that this is the right percentage for the Kings to keep them working with. And check out how by Darcy Kemper, what a huge blocking at his own end. I was really been shocked on this one. He was really doing it so well. No way to have that one patient after him. Here's Cody CC to begin Namoin. And Namoin sends a bank pass around the net. Dmitry Orlov has it over to Smith. And that one just rolls right into the Kings. That's Mellon. LA's back in offense. Now has it to Hellenius. Here's Ward. He shoots it on a stopping deny effort by Askarov. It's taken away by Mellon. Here's Drew Doughty. Back in the Kings to the Sharks territory. Doughty. Fancy step in the move. Tries for Hellenius. Shot saved by Askarov. And another save by Askarov. What a huge save. Nowhere to be ranging it in. That is another huge stop. Puck rolls around. And that goes right into Kings territory. This time Anderson will have it. That one kicked it over by Hellenius. And the Kings roll back at offense. They are still looking offensively. Look how their offensive drives it. This range aggression is really what they were expecting it to do for the Kings. They just really keep coming back. They really are just working it off. And nobody in the world really made it do for that huge save and big shots on goal. Kings are really starting to go back afterwards. I mean, now you just got the hint. You really are just going to play there a whole time. Nothing to matter anymore. I don't know if that will be a matter of it. But hey, there's nothing what we can do for it. Not what they happen to do for a huge rebounding take. This is really what happens with Byfield. I'm really expecting to say that this really is a great way to have some huge defining knockoffs and the better efforts. 2 minutes remaining in the second period. Now has it to Trevor Moore. Moore around the net. And Kempe with the rebound. It's back to Chernishaw. Chernislav. Behind the cage. Eklund. Eklund battling for the loose puck. Gets away with it. Dickinson shot. That one is carrying it out, and that one is rebounded by Chernishaw. Here's a chance save. Never stopped by Darcy Kemper.
Last minute play in the second period of the regulation period.
Another save by Darcy Kemper. Under a minute remaining in the second period. William Eklund in front. Edmondson takes it out, and that clears it. Check out the wild cannons for the Kings. They've given us a salute for Darcy Kemper. What an effort arranging it. I was really been watching this for Darcy Kemper all the time. I mean, I was watching this here. Watching this happen, that replay on this hugest, that's 2 out of anybody for the goaltenders for Darcy Kemper. That huge troublesome may have been a great save, but that really was turned off to beat the darkness, and they are really spying it without any luck. That is really amazing. You gotta love this with a huge save out of goaltenders. Swings and shot and stop by Kemper, and that ends the second
And that's
period.
going to end the second
Therefore,
period.
it is
Good
a
score, LA Kings 3.
And as they try to look at shots for the
0
goal,
in first
Kemper
second
stops
intermission.
again. 3-0 to score. We return to the third after the break.
Hey everybody, welcome to the second intermission as it stays with the 3-0 lead for LA Kings over San Jose Sharks. This is why they really are working things out to give that one a huge takeover without any stopping actions. This can take a while to try to hold on with the lead, and it's only just 3-0 game. With the second period done, here's how they did. 31 over 21 shots on goal for Los Angeles. 12 over 11 hits for Los Angeles Kings. 12 over 2 for over 248 time on attack for Los Angeles Kings. 83 over 79 for Los Angeles Kings in passing effectiveness. And 16 over 7 face-off wins for San Jose Sharks. It only did for once, but nothing says it's as simple. What happens with only Vincent Descharnes, he just had that one with only the face-off to give. I don't see anything with the goal that's going to try to keep that one out of here for anything. Let's head on over to you there. So the Beast for San Jose Sharks. Askarov with the hugest save. He's trying to keep that one out for trouble. Indeed, you're right there, Roy. What I'm noticing about Roy checking on with Askarov, that is what happens with Yegor Askarov. The hugest on a save doesn't really mean that the first period was bad. The second period, he just found a way to have that one with the huge rebounding. That's going to definitely take a long time to try to heal up with the rebound and then try to keep moving things around. Askarov really might have the choice to do for. I mean, I don't know. They really just keep working it and they're just fighting for it. They really are just going to try to look for the goal to get on the board. Now how about you, Roy, for the Los Angeles Kings? Well, the Kings really may have to say that this is given a huge smackdown. And as Baylor, they are showing support, and they won't have to judge on that no matter if the Kings really win or not. That might be the question that they really are going to try to figure this one out. So don't leave the mark. We know that this is not the right choice to be out there, and we wouldn't want that to be out of here in just a bunch of wild saves or anything that's taken out by the goaltender. If that is a blocking coming backwards. Well, that's just how it goes. I mean, whenever you take, you just have to wait patiently to keep moving things around. And now, the third period is coming underway. So that's it. 2 periods of intermission are down. We're down to the third period, and we'll be back on you soon after the game. We'll see what happens with the Sharks if they climb themselves on the board. Let's go back to Los Angeles. Mike, you finish it off here. It all comes down to the third period. 3-0 to score. Los Angeles up for front. And we're ready for the final period. It has been one of the wildest nights here for our big rivalries in the Pacific matchups. Here for the San Jose Sharks and for the Los Angeles Kings here at the Crypto.com Arena. As you've seen it before in the last part of it, you may have noticed it now for the rival week. This is where they re-meet. Let's have your taste of how this is for you at 42nd period. Well, they just say hello to this. When I was watching this, I was really hoping that this would be the Kings for the night. And I was really been watching this one, so many takes, but so many face-off wins happens to be only for San Jose Sharks. It wasn't really what they are really expecting to play for an opportunity. This is what they really need to do for. I mean, come on. We just really are watching on this. This is really what they are all expecting it to do for things. That didn't start that this is not going to work well. Nothing is going to stay out. Nothing's going to work. You may not have any idea how that Kings team would really keep moving. That's what they were expecting it for. They make that great win of a goal. They're trying very hard. With new line group change, now is Byfield. Change now to Edmondson, now has it to Drew Down. Downey right to her in the way. He'll have that one firing to Edmondson. Looks to Byfield. Byfield. Shot. Another stop by Askarov. Again, not a good day. This goes back to Byfield. Byfield to Everton. Quick shot. Glove saved by Askarov. Klingberg again. Now find to William Eklund. San Jose. He rolls right toward the wall. Almost going to be rolling into the bench. And now Moore will have it. Well, you see what I'm seeing? Now William Eklund, he was almost going to be really hurt. That Kings would be smacking it and the Sharks would be hurting in the bleed. That may have been like a hard one to do for him. Oh, Clark getting in the way of William Eklund. Byfield again to Pujol. Pujol, shot. That shot's blocked and it goes up to the netting, out of play. Still looking for a goal for the Kings. As for the Sharks, they still got nothing. Now to win for the San Jose Sharks. To Foley. And Jordan Wayne trying to watch things out. And that shot is blocked. Edmonton. Now that's passed over to Moore. It's broken by the Sharks. Here's Tyler Toffoli. That roll, that one bangs around the net. And Clark. In zone deep. That one is too deep, and it will be an icing on Los Angeles. 15-10 remaining in the third period. They're still trying to work things up again to make sure that there is no icing, so that way they don't lose stamina. Yeah, losing stamina might be just only one thing that they really are going to say it once or twice. That needs some cue motions. The miscues may be on the Sharks, but I don't think they may not really change it up if they just really keep making mistakes. That's why I'm just really watching things, and they're not really going to be important if they wanted to, like, keep back into the grooving for offense, and this defense is not going to make it work. The odd man rushes on. On a shot, big stop on a blocker made by Darcy Kuemper. That one tips it, and it's off of Kuemper, and Armia will send to Edmonton. Now here's Klingberg as new change for the Kings. Malia. A shot. Blocker save again by Darcy Kuemper. Fouls along for the board. Clark. Now back to Edmonton. Edmonton finding it patiently here. And here's Mallet. Back on ice. Armia. Here's Ward. And that one, puck pulls out of the net. Dribble it. We'll give now to Cody Ceci a chance. Ceci fires that one around the net. Mallet. Pass to Demulin. Demulin with the chance. Never stop made by Askarov. Mallet. And as Demulin, the Kings keep moving the puck forward, back, in front of a chance. Mesa takes the puck steal. Will Smith the other way for the Sharks. Fires that one out, and a glove saved by Kuemper. He snagged it, and it's now given to Kopitar. Well, that's what happens. I was really seeing Darcy Kuemper. He was really been on a higher machine. Just turn up the level if you can. That really is a great way to have it. CC shot, and a stop made by Askarov on a glove save and bound. That will freeze the play. 11-17 remaining in the third period. I'm giving the best game of the night for Darcy Kuemper. He just really made it a hugest save, and he just really had it all. One-time effort. This for Louses has made its 26 saves in the game. Just can't beat that toward it. A lot of time left remaining in the third period. 19/8 for the San Jose Sharks. Kopitar wins the faceoff. Anderson finds it off to Doughty. Doughty finds Perry. Anderson. Chance to Doughty. Doughty goes back. Now find Kopitar. Kopitar tries to go unstoppable. And Misa giving away. Misa on the attack on offense. Dumps it in the zone. Rebound by Anderson. Deeped it. And it's taken away by Chernishaw. Here's Eklund's shot. That one is blocked. And again by Anderson. He will now find Perry. A Perry chance, cut, slick motion. Shot, another save by Askarov. Past the midway mark in the third period. And now here come the Sharks. Change up here, now it's Lindgren. Again to Ospicha.
Aldenchuk trying to work his way through. Middle, given away by Anderson. It's Trevor Moore. Trevor Moore slows this down. Here's a give and go to DeMolin. Oh, he hit it with the back. And Moore. Shoot, glove save by Askarov. That was where it happened with only just one hit behind the back, and he just swapped it from his back. That might hurt, but I'm just curious of how he's really going to try to stay out or something. That may have been just how bad it was. Los Angeles. Now here's Spikefield again. Again by Winborough. Winborough. That's why inside one around the net. And CC will have that one range over out into the San Jose Sharks. We'll get some new line grouping change. And we'll have it now to Goodrow. We haven't seen Barclay Goodrow with the goal, as he will dip that one down a deep pass. And Regenda's shots is stop made by Kemper. 7:09 in the third period. They're still leading the mark on 0. Still lots of time left remaining in the third period. San Jose Sharks got to start something big here, but the Kings are starting with the cruise control. They're just keeping it out for a great take. They just really have been watching this so hard. Not to be longer? Well, I mean, you won't have to agree on this. If you really try to keep it on just the right amount of the knockoff place, they just really walking in and out. I wouldn't say about San Jose, but they're really keeping it good. And he scores. Macklin Celebrini is now the team has finally responds. It's a 3-1 game. Well, now the wait is over. And you see it on Macklin Celebrini. That's right toward in the wing. When this one gives it in the zone, that fire range was a quick snipe. That one beats it off. And watch what Celebrini makes. It was over 100 miles per hour. That one just gets it over right past by Darcy Kemper. Nothing that you really are going to make is just a deep range that you really have to watch on. And now the Sharks, they're already on the board. 3-1, score in the third period with under 7 minutes remaining in the third. Polynesius wins. It's Clark. Bang passes around the net. And here's Mullet. Mallet pass to Edmondson. And it goes over by Kraft. And here comes Will Smith. Good on the takedown by Clark. Celebrini is bumped up across the wall. Battling for a loose puck. Kraft in middle, trying to watch on it, and Darcy Kemper will hold it with the save with only 5:25 remaining. There is no obligation of how he is really watching this on, but the huge save by Kemper, that needs to make that one change to help it out. Big saves I was watching for is Yegor Askarov. That's what's really what they just gotta watch on. Biggest goaltender was ever making saves, and there is no front allowances to have a huge save. That's only 7, and now you just really have to keep making another huge stoppage on the saving blank range if there is a point blank right nearby. Just try to keep alerting yourself if you really are watching for trouble. Drew Doughty off to Kempe. Kempe on the wheels, moves it. Stopped by Askarov. 5:03 remaining in the third period as Kempe did not have the right weave making, and that one is denied. Well, it looks like we're nearing down to the final 5 minutes, but now I will have a discussion. Me phone 11. Who are the best player game of the night? Well, I may have to say Andre Kopitar did so well. Popularity, I was really keeping this range. It was simple. When Andre Kopitar made a great on the assist, given to Kevin Fiala, that really was a big score. I'm just pretty sure that Kevin Fiala really loves how Andre Kopitar is playing for Filos. No change up, and you can't make them lose. This is big takes for Andre Kopitar tonight. Guys, back to you. Thank you, E411, as we're past the under 5-minute mark in the third period was otherwise discovered. Hello, win for San Jose. Here's Toffoli. Toffoli pass over to Dickinson, now finds it over to Regenda. And Regenda the pass up to Wimber, and a shot, and the blocker stopped made by Darcy Kemper. Helmet comes up, and he's going to rush toward the bench. Man, he's just really hurt, and he was just did not really just see how he was able to get them. Wow, he rained off the pipe again. Unbelievable. CC again in the mullet. Here's Flagell. Going for it again, and glove denies on Askarov. 3:11 in the third period. Kings trying to work things off by 4-3. This really is just going to give Askarov a chance in the favor. And when you give over to Warren Flagell, you have the right choice, but then this backhander, it just comes too short. That just right in toward the pads, underneath the shoulder, and that really gets off the goal pipe. That one is really how it's whipping it underneath. You won't believe how that one would really change. 3 minutes in the third period. Wide field, round the back, and he went down with the big revenge on Macklin Celebrini. Graf takes it. San Jose back on offense. Shot saved up again by Darcy Kemper, and now Moore is on the rush. Right through his offense, now finding DeMullen. DeMullen bank passes around the net, and Adrian Kempe kicks to Kopitar. Here's Downey shot, stopped by Askarov. Under 2 minutes remaining in the third period, still 3-1 game. Don't forget, folks, with our next game approaching, the Columbus Blue Jackets, as he'll be able to have that one with the next face-off on the puck drop as they battle against the next team. Therefore, they will be playing against the Nashville Predators the other way, as you'll be able to spot things for next time for at home in Bridgestone Arena, and then with the next one for the Blue Jackets, they'll play against the Minnesota Wilds. They don't see how they are going to follow, but they will be able to soon to find out how they will happen. He scores! Andrei Kopitar! And Captain is now giving a helpful to his Kalina team, a 4-1 for the crowd. And that's what I was just talking about for Andrei Kopitar. And when you give it to Real, that's really what Andrei made. This is the quick snip in, and that one dips it, and this is where that one quick draws it in. The shooting percentage really made it through. That is where that one banks into the net. Andrei Kopitar was really seemingly that he was really the dude for. I wanted to say this for now here. That really was huge. Just have that bank shot in. Kings have it all during the final minute in the third period. As Fiala wins, Downey will have the third period, and will give it back over to Drew Downey. Looks to Adrian Kempe. Kempe fires that one around the net. And here's Misa. Over to William Eklund. Eklund with the chance to miss it, and that one will not get by. As Drew Downey will have the other way for the puck.
Mikey Anderson.
Downey goes around the pass, and Anderson has it out to Corey Perry under 30 seconds remaining in the third. They want to do some timing with the one final shot in the game. Kopitar shot, two, and it's saved up by Askarov.
This is the one Mikey Anderson.
Fans on the feet in Crypto.com Arena.
18:58 in the third period.
And that is going to end up with the biggest rival game the Kings are going to crown for the win for tonight. And that is it. Los Angeles wins over San Jose 4-1 final score. Well, I've always been watching and listening in for Darcy Kemper for a while, and for so long, he is now making his great win. This is big of community, and you have to be really lucky. But a good night so far, and now for Baylor, we salute for the teams. That's what they were really saying for Bailey.
We'd like to thank you all fans for joining us for tonight's
and that
game.
is going to wrap it up for
We ask
tonight.
you all folks
With
to
the
please
biggest
get
rival
home
matchup
safely
of Pacific,
and get on
we
the
hope
road
you all enjoy
carefully,
this
leaving the
crazy
arena.
punch division.
Secure
the
your
race
seats for the
between
next
Sharks
game at
and the Kings.
Ticketmasters.com
Along with
or any
people like
websites
and app,
to secure
I'm
your
Mike
seats
Sokowski.
for the
Thank you
next
for watching
matchup.
Kings Hockey
Thank you for
on
coming
EA
to
Sports.
Crypto.com Arena
Thanks for watching,
and have a great
good
night.
night. Thanks, Mike. As the finish happens with that, the Kings done it again. 4-1's your final score. As for after the last loss in the rival week, here are the 3 stars. Captain Fiala with 1 goal and 3 hits. Only does so to have a wraparound behind the goaltender. And that quick release is just 1-timer. That goes to Ante Kopitar, the 2nd star of the game, with 1 goal, 1 assist, and 2 hits. That's just the pass when you really want it to be. And that one raced it up, quick steps, and fire shots. And your first star player of the game, Darcy Kemper, with 31 saves. How would you be if you don't play succeedingly as Askarov, as Darcy Kemper made his huge save of the night? I agree. What an amazing runoff this could be. And what matters? It does happen to be only 1. Here are the total statistics. 46/32 total shots on goal for the LA Kings over San Jose. 25/24 hits for Los Angeles. 17-19 over 353 time on attack for Los Angeles Kings. Both teams have 81% on the passing effectiveness. Wasn't quite well enough, but they're looking. And finally, 24/12, the face-off wins was on the Sharks. So that's it for this game, and we'll be back for the next game as the Stars face against the Florida Panthers. And then with our next game, we already seen the Bruins against the Penguins at Boston for the last game of the night. If you missed on that, there is a playlist at the end of the video to check an eye on that, so be sure to take a closer look with some big game of the nights from last season. Anyway though, we were heading out of here, and with after this game of the Stars against the Panthers, the next team will be the Columbus Blue Jackets, and they face against the Minnesota Wilds here for the North in Ohio. My next broadcast partners will be Sidewalkie along with Tyler. That'll be the next part of the games to keep your eyes on. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again for the next game for as well as the NHL 26 gameplay dial. This is Roy Cruz and Son of Beast. Thank you, and good night from Los Angeles of LA. Until for the next game. Bye!
If you don't, somebody will.